Hello everyone, and I'm very happy to have none other than Akshay Kumar with me. But this time it's going to be Dr.AKSHAY Kumar, and heartiest congratulations Akshay. He's performed awesomely in JIPMER May 2018. He's rank 18. Heartiest congratulations Akshay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
How do you feel about it?
I'm feeling, initially I felt very much confused whether it is me or not. Then
Okay.
right now I'm feeling very much proud about myself.
I'm sure you are, and you should be. It's a lot of hard work to reach a double-digit rank, and that too this good, and that too in the central institutes. So very well done, Akshay. And Akshay has been a student with us right from his foundation years.
Yes, ma'am.
And he followed it up with T&D. So let's just know from him what his approach has been since he started studying for postgraduate exams. That has been in your foundation years, and you did the classes. And what was your approach towards being a top ranker?
Initially I started PG preparation in my final year MBBS.
Okay.
And I joined foundation course. It was very useful, and it's not only for the PG, even for our university exams and all. It was very much useful, all the notes and all.
Okay.
From then on, as the days passed by, my aims also went higher and higher, and even I felt like yes, I can aim higher and I can even achieve higher.
Wonderful.
And then
that's so important.
And then it went on like that. Initial days of my MBBS was not like that. I was just very much casual. I was not so much interested in all these things. I was very cool, and
You still are very cool.
and means that dams give me a breakthrough, and as the days passed by, after completion of internship, I just joined T&D, and T&D was very much important. It gave us the correct focus of all the subjects, where to concentrate on, and just because of this dams, I'm sitting here.
No, I don't think that's true. It's not just because of dams. It's because of your hard work and your dedication, and you've been doing it for so long. So yes, you've done a lot of hard work, and you deserve all the credit for it. That's great. And Akshay, since we know how important concept building is, and especially looking at the newer pattern of the exams, where the number of repeat questions is very little,
very less.
I would want to know from you, what is the importance of attending the classes?
Attending classes is the most important thing, and not only attending, completely focusing to what the teachers are saying. It's very important. And one more thing is, immediately after the class, just go home, just read whatever is done in those 12-hour duration or something, and you could complete those 12-hour class in just 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yes, because you're at this time you're trying to read and ensure that the concept part has been cleared out.
Concept part has been cleared down, and concepts are the basic thing that each and everyone should build up. If you have the base of that concept, each and every concept, you could just go on with the deeper part of that.
Yes, and you can keep relating things to it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And as you already said that doing the classes did help you for your professional exams as well.
Yes, it helped me. It helped me a lot. It gave a new horizon thing. Like it means it gave a different approach to the exams.
And I think it made you believe that yes, you can, as you said, you could keep raising your standard and your bar. And
I never thought like this. I could do some achievement like this, and
no, it's not some, it's a great achievement. Wonderful.
And I raised my standards, and I kept believing in myself, like I should go higher, and finally I have reached here.
Wonderful, that's great. And now if we talk about T&D, because there are a lot of other students as well, your juniors who are looking up to you people to do well as well, we would want to know what your approach was. So like there is a 1 week that you're given to prepare the subject, and then you have to give the test. So what was your approach in that 1 week? What did you used to do? How did you attempt the paper, and then what did you used to do with the discussion part?
In that 1 week, we have to prepare about that subject. T&D course generally is taken after regular or foundation courses, and therefore you will be done with the basic notes, and we have to just read that notes prepare that, go attempt the test, and
Okay.
attend the discussion, and you will be taken much more into much more depth in that T&D
right.
sessions,
Right.
and that helps a lot and lot.
Okay, I'll go into a little more depth here. One thing I want to know is that when you said you're in that 1 week you're going to prepare the subject, and you said you relied on the notes. Did you also practice questions during that 1 week?
Questions from the CRS and class tests and all, it's very
Okay,
helpful,
okay.
and that is the basic thing that I did.
Okay.
I have never relied on guidebooks and all.
Okay.
Class notes is the basic thing, basic for everything, class notes. Upon that, your CRS and your SWTs and GTs.
Right. So
These-
you used the test papers on the online forum as well to help you give you the
very
spectrum of
much.
questions.
Yes,
Okay.
means just by solving more and more questions,
Yes.
and giving more and more tests and assessing yourself,
Right.
you will be getting means how to tackle the MCQs and how you are improving like that.
Right.
And all, yeah.
Okay, so then I'll take it forward. Then when you give the test or when you go for a test, I want to know what is the importance of actually practically sitting there and giving a test, or just listening to the discussion and coming back?
Just listening to the discussion and coming back would not be so much helpful.
Yes.
Just prepare it, go ahead. That will be a revision.
Yes.
It will be fixed to your mind, and you will be much more stronger like
Yes,
that.
because it also
Yes.
tells you whether you are thinking in the right
Right
direction, or not.
yeah.
It also tells you that how you can get confused between options, even though you might have seen them.
Yes,
how
yes,
we twist the words.
Surely, for sure. This
Right.
matters a lot, in fact, at the end of the day.
Okay. Then the second thing I want to know is when you're giving the tests, and since you've been so regular with them, I want to know what do you think is the quality of the test paper? Do the questions help you in the main exams as well, whether it is central or it is neat?
Yes, it helped me a lot. And DAMS test papers are really, it has great stuff in it, and each and means even in mock tests and all, AIMS mock test will be like AIMS paper,
Yes.
and JIPMER mock tests will be like JIPMER, and that helps a lot in the preparation, and how each institute will be going through each subjects, and
Yes, how they will
yes.
sort of change a little in
Little,
their
yes,
pattern
yes, yes.
from one to the other. Wonderful. And then I want to know that because in our test papers we do give some questions as predictive questions for next year exams, and do you think
Man.
those things were useful?
Those are the most useful things.
Okay.
And
Did
in
you
fact,
come back and add those additional things to your own notes?
That's the basic thing.
Yeah.
Whatever extra thing that you get from your notes, tests, just add them to your regular notes.
Okay.
So that you could again means you will be having much more
One place
strength.
to revise from.
One place
Yeah,
to revise
yeah.
from, and revision is the most important thing.
Right.
Just reading and living it off, you will be done with that. In 3-4 months you will be completely forgetting that most of the things.
Okay. And then I also want to know, because I'm sure a lot of other students want to know this, how important is the sticking to the test schedule? You know, if we're not serious, maybe we're giving 2 tests and then we skip another one because we wanted to do some other subject. Can we go like that in the TNDs, or
In the T&Ds it will not be like, it will not be much helpful if
it's very important to follow the schedule as well.
In T&D especially.
Yes.
It's very much
Because that
important.
ensures that you are on track,
Yes,
on
yes,
time.
yes, sure,
Right.
for sure.
Okay. And since you're saying you've been using the online material as well, which includes the subject-wise tests and
Yes.
grand tests, I want to know, again, did you listen to the grand test videos?
Yeah, I listen to the grand test videos, and that gives much more in-depth answers and analysis than just the explanation.
Yes.
And spend 1 day on grand test, and it's complete explanation.
Yeah, you know, it looks like it is going to take more time, but I feel
Yes.
that time is so much more important to be
Important.
given there
Yes,
rather
yes.
than spending it
Yes,
everywhere
yes,
else.
yes, for sure,
Right.
yeah.
All right. And you are a part of the exclusive club on Facebook?
That helped me a lot and lot.
Okay, okay.
Exclusive club, e-medicos, cloud, and ebooks. Everything is so nicely framed, and everything is the must for the PG aspirants.
Okay.
And
So you
it
tried to use as much as you could.
Yeah, especially the exclusive club, it made the teachers and students more closer, so that
Yeah.
they can easily interact with each other.
Yes.
They can ask doubts and discuss the things.
Yes.
It made everything more simpler than anything else.
We're glad to hear that. And Also, Akshay, I would want to know from on behalf of the students that can you tell us a small gist of when you're preparing in 1 week and you get up in the morning, do you plan a timetable for yourself of that day and you followed it? Did you do multiple subjects in one day, or what was your approach? Because people want to know that.
Okay, everyone's approach is different in their own style.
Yes.
My approach was I used to get up in the morning. I used to think myself what should I cover in this day and that.
Okay.
Then I shall I would go I would go in depth with that.
Okay.
I shall almost most of the times I would reach the target, and many of the times I would not reach the targets.
Okay.
But the thing is, I used to stick to one subject in one day. I would not change the subjects.
Okay. And also I want to know that suppose you have a subject of one test coming up, right? Do you also do another subject revision with that test, or you used to do justice to the test that is coming up?
No, I used to always, most of the times I used to just do the
Stick to
the test that is
So
coming
you were
up.
very, very particular about following the schedule and not doing your own little modifications with the
Yes, yes,
schedule.
yes, yeah.
And you think that works out as well?
That works a lot.
Okay, wonderful. Because that is a dilemma which people have, that sort of, if we follow this but we want to do something else, when do we do it? And then as time goes by, Akshay, there are going to be a few things that would remain with you, but you might tend to forget something else.
Yeah.
And because things are volatile, so
Yes.
how did you use to cater those areas which are volatile for you?
Okay. Especially some topics like IPC sections and some biochemistry things,
Yes.
cycles and all, some
Yes.
enzymes. Those things used to be very much volatile. You just make some notes with that. Means you just write whatever volatile things, one-liners, or some things very much important and very volatile,
Okay.
and just keep it revising as much as possible.
Okay.
Means you may keep one small book and write new drugs. You may write IPC sections. It means whenever you get bored, you could just see through that books in a
Right.
small book and all, so that you
Right.
will be.
So that was a passive form of revision that
Revision,
you
yes,
followed.
yes, yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
That's what exactly I wanted to know. And also, Akshay, can you also highlight on when you go close to an exam, right? We usually hold special sessions for all exams, right? Whether it is AIMS, PGI, or JIPMER. Did you attend those sessions?
Yeah.
And did you think that they were fruitful and useful for you?
They were very much useful for me, and
Do they highlight the pattern, what is likely to come up?
yes, exactly.
Right.
Means it gave us the exact pattern how each and every central institute exams were going through, and then means we knew which area to concentrate more on, and means it gave the important things where to concentrate, and it
Yes.
gave us so much of confidence in those
Because close
students.
to the exams, see, you can't revise everything. So the people who tend to be on a little better ranks are those who knew what exactly to revise.
Revise,
And
exactly.
so each one of us should sort of have some areas. See, some things you will have to revise because they are more likely to be asked. But
Yes.
other things you will have to revise because you
Yeah.
are weak in those
Yes,
areas.
exactly.
So if you have a list ready for these things, then you know what to revise close to the exams as well.
Yeah.
And then I would come on to the exam strategy.
Yeah.
What has been your exam strategy for exams that you've been appearing for? So central institutes.
Means exam strategy wise, it's the same as NEET, except central institute things you have to solve last 3 years papers.
All right. So that reminds me, did you use the 3 years papers that we gave you as a solved paper of e-medical?
And that thing helped me a lot and
Okay.
lot. Just because I didn't had personally.
Yeah,
those
and
three-
it ensures the authenticity as well.
Yes, yes.
Because we are taking the the responsibility that these are the questions and these are the answers
Yes.
from the faculty's end.
And DAMS gives so much of information in various forms, not only in exclusive clubs, even in e-medicals and cloud. I request all the students to use them to the max.
And do you think e-medicals is interesting and useful? Because
Very much.
we are all very
Yes.
excited about e-medicals as well. So we keep giving up new things there, and
Yes,
we're
yes.
trying out new things.
And every week one subject will be discussed.
Yes,
one
the
one
EQ
concept,
series,
EQ
yeah.
series,
Yes.
and that all makes damn something different. And means all these developments made the whole scenario more interesting. And
That's so nice. You know, if you like what you're doing, the journey becomes a little easier,
Easier.
right? Because if you're going to crib and do it, then it is anyways tough. We're not saying it's easy. It is tough. But when you are not happy from within and you are going to crib, then it makes it all the more difficult. So it's very important to have that positive frame of mind, and Akshay certainly has that positive vibes with him, and which is very important because he's going to be a pediatrician, and I'm so happy that a person like him is going to be a pediatrician.
Yeah, thanks.
He's going to be a total delight to the kids, right? All right, Akshay. And finally, I would want to know from you your strategy for revision close to exams.
Strategy for revision close to exams. Basically, we have to stay as cool as possible during examination times, especially last day or last 2 days before exams. We have to be very much cool. We should be very much clear, and we should not make ourselves tensed more. And we have to just go through whichever subjects we are weak in, whichever topics we are weak in, especially.
Yes. So
and
it's not possible to revise
that's
everything from A to Z.
A to Z. Just concentrate areas which you are weak, and just make sure that you know something and you could manage with that. Then just carry that energy to the exam hall and be cool in the exam hall. Everything will be fine in that.
And as far as the questions are concerned, do you go all out, or were you a little too defensive in the exams?
It depends, ma'am. When the questions means in this JIPMER exam, it was very tough.
Yeah.
And going all out would be would not be my strategy.
Yeah.
I would means if I don't know anything about that, I should
I would
just skip it.
But if you know something about the options,
I could just
sort of
eliminate
rule out.
things, and
Okay.
I could just manage somehow.
I think that's what we all should follow. As long as you know something about the options, you have
Yes.
to try and rule them out
Yes.
with whatever knowledge you have, and then put it.
Have the basic concept with you. Everything will be carried on with that.
And I do understand that JIPMER does ask a few questions which are like overboard.
Yes.
But
So
otherwise,
much.
what do you think is the strike rate of DAMS as far as these exams are concerned?
DAMS is must for every PG aspirant, ma'am, I suppose. And
Let's leave that to them. But yes, that's your advice, which is so kind of you. Thank you.
and it gives us so many things, not only concerned with NEET. With respect to every exam, it gives whole idea how the exam is, how we have to approach, and it's
Wonderful. All right. And Akshay, in the end, to round it off, something that you would want to tell your juniors or some people who are listening to you, who look up to you as toppers and are looking for that energy and strategy from you, can you summarize your preparation, or how you have done it, and you secured an amazing rank of rank 18?
As I already told that I was not a very good student in the beginning of MBBS, and I started dreaming once I joined DAMS, and I started believing in my dreams, and I finally achieved it. And it's the basic energy that you need to have. Aim higher always. Aim high, don't aim low, never. And definitely you will be in the place where you deserve.
That is wonderful. And thank you so much, Akshay, for being here. And may God give you all the happiness that you deserve, and may you in turn give all the happiness to all the kids. So he's going to be he is a budding pediatrician, and we wish him all the very best in all his future endeavors. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.